Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Out to his left. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Jackson forced out to his left. Well, I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 16. Off play action, Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Pickett.
At the 30-yard line.
Over the middle, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pickett now on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Pickett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Pickett back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the move to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. 4th down, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the left side. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson on second down. He's got the hook of Odell Beckham. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
And the Ravens first down.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Pickett to throw on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Still on his feet. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, 37 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson steps away to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again. And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Jackson, buying time to his left. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Jackson now. It's caught. Beckham. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Powering his way forward. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's Pickett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in by Harris. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11.
It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll drop to throw. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. His throw incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A quick throw complete to Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They pitch it to Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are in.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Steelers 14.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's